Hi everyone, Nikki here. Thank you so much for joining me. Today we're going to be creating a beautiful dried flower mason jar. It's super easy, really pretty, nice spring craft. So thank you to everybody that picked up your kits. Go ahead and grab your materials and just make sure to stay tuned on a couple tips on using resin. It's a new material that we've never used before. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. All right, so we'll go over everything that we have in our kits. So you should have two little containers. One is the epoxy resin and then one is the hardener. So what you're gonna do is just combine the little cups together and stir it. If you have like a little stick or something like that, or something that you don't care about getting some chemicals on. So yeah, this is very mild stuff like that. It's up to you if you wanted to put on some gloves while you're using it, because it's very sticky and porous, so it can just get really, really stuck to your hands if that's something you're concerned about. So yeah, all you're gonna do is just mix the two together. So I'll get mine going now. I'm just gonna put 2 pumps, because as soon as you mix it with the hardener, it starts to harden. So I found that out the hard way by preparing all your guys' kits and pre-mixing these and then having them harden. So that's why you're getting 2 separate cups, and then just mix it all together like this. Okay, and then it does take about 24 to 48 hours to dry. So when you're done with your mason jar, you're going to want to just leave it somewhere. Even some of the resin can kind of drip down a little bit toward the bottom. So just put it on something that you're not really concerned about, a piece of cardboard or something that a paper plate or something like that. All right, so go ahead and mix your hardener and your resin. And like I said, if you have a glove, go right ahead. And then everyone got a mason jar. What we're gonna be doing is we're gonna be using a paintbrush. Maybe grab a paintbrush you don't care too much about. Maybe you can throw out afterward, just because cleaning the resin off of it's gonna be really tough. Typically resin's more used for like pouring crafts, like pouring into coasters or making jewelry with it, because it has that hardening feature. But I looked it up and it works great on the glass too. As you can see, it has a really nice shine, and it has all the flowers cured on there really beautifully. So everyone got a different packet of flowers. So they're all, everyone's kit is completely different. I'm working with a purple one. I had a blue one for the sample. These are real dried flowers, so when you open it, just be super careful with them because they can crumble really easily. And honestly, when I arranged them on my mason jar, I was not too picky about how I did it. I just kind of started plopping them. So there's really no rhyme or reason. You can kind of do it exactly how you like. So just be super careful. Here are the flowers. All right, so I have my resin mixed, and basically what I'm gonna do is just go around, and you're gonna put some resin on there first, and then stick the flowers. So honestly, like wherever you want. Like I said, it's really, really kind of, can't go wrong. Okay, and like I said, these are really, really delicate, so I just kind of stick the flowers on there, and then I'm gonna paint a thick amount of resin over it. Okay, and then that kind of lets me place it onto the mason jar. See, it's kind of sticky. And like I said, it won't harm you if you get it on your hands or anything like that, but gloves just might make your cleanup easier. Okay, so I did like a little layer there. And you'll see it'll kind of start to drip down as you're working. You can kind of smooth it out and just paint over it. Okay, so go ahead and start putting your resin on and just applying your flowers. Like I said, I kind of just did it pretty randomly, and they're super pretty. Everyone's are different, and I don't have any extra, so you got what you got, sorry. But they're all really nice. I saw them as I unpackaged them. So I just kind of applied a pretty thick layer. Okay. All right, so go ahead and get started applying your flowers, and we'll get back together. Okay, so I'm just making my way around here. I'm pretty much painting my whole jar with the resin, because then it gives the whole cohesive look of that shininess. And as you can see, it's already starting to drip a little at the bottom. No big deal. I'm just kind of fixing it up as I go. And like I said, this will continue to be kind of sticky and wet until it dries within like 24 to 48 hours. So, but yeah, you can be pretty generous with the application. Yeah, so like I said, no real rhyme or reason. I'm just sort of placing everything on there as it fits, and then just applying plenty of it on the top so it really gets it stuck on there. Okay, so go ahead and keep applying your flowers with plenty of resin. All right, I'm just chugging along here with my flowers and my resin. I'm actually kind of running out of space. This particular set came with like 2 really big like ferns, yeah, I'll make space. So yeah, like I said, I'm covering my whole jar, and it's getting a little drippy here and there, but I'm just kind of going over it a bunch, and it's working out. These flowers are so pretty. Trying to be very delicate with them. Okay. So it's gonna be cool because everyone's will come out completely different. Everyone got, there were red packs and really pretty ones with some yellows and some oranges. So they're all really different and really unique. Okay, yeah, I can see some spots are getting a little clumpy. I just kind of smooth it out, put a little extra clump of resin on there. Be extra careful and delicate with those really tiny parts of the leaves. Okay, stick another little guy on here. And this would be really nice, put a candle in, or put even some flowers on the top if you want it as like a centerpiece. So I really think this will pop for our spring decor. Okay, it really gives it a super nice shine. So I'm being careful not to touch my jar, got a little on me, but you know, it's just super sticky and it's like really dries funny. So if you have a glove, not a bad idea. All right. Well, that's pretty much it for me. I'm gonna probably try to squeeze 1 or 2 more flowers in, just because I hate for them to go to waste. So yeah, I'll put one down here too. But yeah, like I said, this purple pack had a lot. So, and what's nice too is you can kind of like slide it around as you're placing it. That works really good. Okay. Awesome. All right, well, I hope everybody enjoyed this. And as always, feel free to send me pictures of your beautiful creations. I'll be seeing you all soon. Happy spring!